Welcome back to our channel. With the conclusion of Balikatan 2025, the largest ever joint military exercise between the Philippines and the United States, the focus now shifts to a more specialized combat drill that sharpens the spear of amphibious warfare. Exercise KAMANDAG 2025 is about to begin. Balikatan 2025 brought together over 20,000 combined forces, involving complex operations ranging from live-fire exercises, cyber defense, and high-profile missile system deployments across Luzon and Palawan. But now it's time to zoom in on the tip of the spear, the Marine Corps of both nations, as they kick off KAMANDAG 2025 this May. KAMANDAG, short for
Kagapay ng mga mandirigma ng dagat,
or Cooperation of Warriors of the Sea, is a bilateral marine exercise that hones interoperability in amphibious operations, humanitarian response, and coastal defense. KAMANDAG began in 2017 as a smaller-scale drill compared to Balikatan, but its significance has grown rapidly. It focuses on key skills: amphibious assault, expeditionary logistics, coastal defense tactics, and maritime security. It also includes humanitarian assistance and disaster response, HADR, critical in a disaster-prone archipelago like the Philippines. With the increasing natural disaster threats in the Pacific and geopolitical tensions in the West Philippine Sea, KAMANDAG 2025 plays a dual role, preparing Marines for combat and crisis. So what's new in KAMANDAG 2025? This year's iteration will expand its amphibious capability training, particularly in island seizure and defense scenarios, key for securing the Philippines' vast coastline and disputed territories in the South China Sea. We can also expect to see the use of cutting-edge technologies, from unmanned surface vessels, USVs, to drone surveillance systems in real-world maritime conditions. The U.S. Marine Littoral Regiment stationed in the Indo-Pacific will play a key role. Another major focus will be Expeditionary Advanced Base Operations, EABO, where small, mobile units set up temporary bases on islands to launch reconnaissance or missile strikes. Perfect for archipelagic defense. KAMANDAG 2025 is not taking place in a vacuum. It comes at a time of rising maritime tensions. Chinese vessels continue to intrude into Philippine waters, especially near Ayungin Shoal and Scarborough Shoal. This has prompted both Manila and Washington to accelerate military cooperation under agreements like EDCA and Mutual Defense Treaty, MDT. With newly completed EDCA sites in Cagayan, Palawan, and Zambales, the Marines now have forward operating bases to train and, if needed, defend strategic choke points. KAMANDAG 2025 will stress test these capabilities. Another important component of KAMANDAG 2025 is logistics experimentation. The exercise will trial prepositioning of supplies using mobile logistics nodes, allowing Marines to resupply forward-deployed units rapidly across multiple islands, essential for archipelagic warfare. This year, the U.S. and Philippine Marine Corps are also testing newer vertical takeoff and landing platforms, such as the V-22 Osprey, for rapid troop movement and casualty evacuation. The integration of such air mobility assets dramatically reduces response times in both combat and humanitarian operations. One innovation to watch for in KAMANDAG 2025 is the deployment of autonomous and remotely operated systems for coastal surveillance. These technologies are force multipliers, offering constant situational awareness in contested littoral zones with minimal personnel risk. Medical readiness will also take center stage. Joint field hospitals will be established near the training zones, where Filipino and American military doctors will collaborate on mass casualty simulations and emergency trauma care. This enhances not only disaster response, but also battlefield medical interoperability. Critically, KAMANDAG 2025 aligns with the Philippine Navy's push for a stronger archipelagic defense strategy. The Philippine Marine Corps is now transitioning into a shore-based anti-access / area denial force, equipped to defend key maritime terrain and deny enemy access in choke points like the Bashi Channel and the Verde Island Passage. These locations are not random. The Verde Island Passage is known as the center of global marine biodiversity, while the Bashi Channel is a vital passage for both commercial and military vessels. Training in these areas highlights the dual purpose of environmental stewardship and strategic deterrence. Finally, KAMANDAG 2025 will emphasize cyber and communication security. Marines will conduct secure data transmissions across multiple islands using encrypted systems to simulate real-world contested communications environments. This fusion of amphibious, humanitarian, technological, and cyber capabilities positions KAMANDAG not just as a war-fighting exercise, but as a forward-thinking training ground for future multi-domain operations. Beyond combat, KAMANDAG is also a platform for humanitarian training. The Philippines faces regular typhoons, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions. KAMANDAG 2025 will include search and rescue simulations, mobile hospital deployments, and engineering support in disaster-stricken areas. This aspect strengthens not only military ties, but also the people-to-people connection, reminding everyone that national security includes saving lives in times of calamity. KAMANDAG 2025 may also feature observers from key regional allies, Japan, Australia, and even South Korea, who are all strengthening security ties with the Philippines amid China's growing assertiveness. It's not just about training. It's about signaling unity and deterrence. As Manila ramps up its Rehorizon 3 defense modernization, drills like KAMANDAG give our troops the exposure they need for modern warfare. As Exercise KAMANDAG 2025 unfolds this May, the world will be watching. What started as a modest bilateral drill is now part of a broader regional realignment, sharpening the readiness of Filipino and American forces to defend freedom, democracy, and sovereignty across the Indo-Pacific. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss our next update on Philippine defense and regional security. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Philippines.